For a long time, this idea felt completely out of reach. Not delayed, not unlikely, just impossible. The iMac Pro was gone, written off, quietly erased from Apple's future. Years passed. Apple moved forward. Creators adapted, and expectations slowly faded into memory. But before we go any further, subscribe for more informative videos. As I work hard to gather useful information for you, in return you just hit the bell icon button, so you never miss what is coming next. Then, without warning, everything shifted. Buried deep inside leaked internal Apple code. Something surfaced that was never supposed to exist. A high-end iMac powered by an M5 Max chip. Tested, functional, real. One discovery that instantly rewrote Apple's desktop roadmap. This is not just another rumor floating around the internet. It is not a hopeful guess or analyst speculation. This is the strongest signal we have seen in nearly a decade that Apple is preparing to revive one of its most iconic machines, the iMac Pro. And if the leak is accurate, which all signs suggest it is, this return will not be quiet. It will be dominant. To understand why this matters so much, you have to remember what the iMac Pro once represented. It was not just a computer. It was a statement. A clear message that Apple still cared deeply about professionals who wanted serious power without complexity. One cable, one display, one machine that handled everything. Editors relied on it. Developers trusted it. Creators built entire careers around it. It was so powerful for its time that some people literally transported it in suitcases, because no laptop could come close to matching its performance. Then Apple ended it. In 2021, the iMac Pro was officially discontinued as Apple transitioned to its own silicon. On paper, the decision made sense. New chips, new strategy, a fresh direction. Apple reassured professionals that something better was on the way. And yes, the Mac Studio arrived in 2022. It was powerful and impressive, but it was not the same experience. It was no longer an all-in-one. Cables returned. Desk clutter returned. Setup complexity returned. It filled a gap, but it never replaced what was lost. For years, rumors kept the hope alive. Predictions came and went. Bigger displays were mentioned. 30-inch and 32-inch mini LED panels were whispered about. Each leak sounded promising, and then nothing happened. Silence. Eventually, even the most loyal Apple users stopped believing. The iMac Pro became a ghost story, something spoken about only in past tense. Then, as we move closer to 2026, a breakthrough appeared inside Apple's own kernel debug kit files, tools used internally by Apple engineers. A specific reference stood out, an iMac identified as J833C, running on a platform labeled H17C. That platform directly connects to Apple's internal naming for the upcoming M5 Max chip. This detail changes everything. This was not marketing material. It was not supply chain chatter. It was internal engineering data, the kind that only exists when real hardware is actively being tested. And that is the key difference. Apple does not test imaginary products. It tests machines that are meant to ship, which leads to the obvious question. Why now? Why did Apple skip the M1, M2, M3, and even M4 generations? What made the M5 Max a turning point? The answer appears to be the chip itself. According to multiple leaks, the M5 Pro and M5 Max introduce a new design approach. For the first time, CPU and GPU cores can be scaled independently. Apple is no longer locked into fixed performance blocks. This gives Apple the flexibility to push power exactly where is needed. More CPU for developers, more GPU for creators. Better balance overall. But raw power is not the real challenge. Cooling is. An iMac Pro has strict limitations. It must stay thin. It must stay quiet. And everything has to fit inside a single enclosure. That is far more difficult than cooling a large desktop tower. Apple Silicon is efficient, but pushing performance to this level still generates heat. Until now, Apple likely did not feel confident they could cool a max-level chip inside an iMac without throttling. With the M5 Max, that confidence finally seems to be there. The performance estimates are staggering. Single-core Geekbench scores are expected to reach around 4,500. That alone is impressive. But the multi-core numbers are where things become shocking, with estimates around 31,500. That would place it among the most powerful CPUs ever shipped in a consumer device, not just from Apple, but from anyone. Graphics performance is expected to be even more aggressive. GPU core counts could jump from 40 on the M4 Max to 48 on the M5 Max, paired with architectural improvements. Metal GPU scores approaching 300,000 would put this machine in territory usually dominated by high-end NVIDIA cards, all inside an all-in-one design. If these numbers are even close to accurate, this iMac Pro will not just compete with high-end PCs. It will outperform them in efficiency, noise levels, and integration. And when it comes to design, Apple is not reinventing the wheel, and that is a good thing. Everything points to a larger version of the current 24-inch iMac. The same clean lines, the same overall silhouette. Yes, the chin remains, and no, it is not going anywhere. That chin serves a purpose, housing components, speakers, cooling, and logic boards. With a larger display, it actually allows for more internal space, not less. The result is a machine that appears incredibly thin from the side. Even if it is slightly thicker than the consumer iMac, it will feel elegant, purposeful, and professional. Display size has been heavily debated, but despite years of rumors about 30-inch or 32-inch panels, the most realistic outcome is a 27-inch display. Apple is already preparing a new 27-inch studio display with mini LED and 120 Hz promotion, and reusing that panel makes perfect sense. Apple has done this before. Mini LED delivers deeper blacks and stronger contrast, while promotion offers smoother motion and responsiveness, exactly what video editors, designers, and developers need. Color options are expected to be minimal. Space black, no bright colors, no distractions. This machine is meant to feel serious. It is a tool, not a toy. Port selection matters more here than almost anywhere else, and Apple appears to understand that. Expectations point to 4 to 6 Thunderbolt 5 ports, offering massive bandwidth for multiple high-resolution displays, fast external storage, and clean desk setups. Add a headphone jack, and nearly every professional workflow is covered. The camera will likely be a 1080p center stage camera, not revolutionary, but perfectly adequate. The speakers are expected to be excellent, just like previous iMac Pros, loud, clear, and balanced. The timing also makes sense when you zoom out. Apple is expected to launch M5 Pro and M5 Max MacBook Pros in early 2026. That means a chip will already exist. Apple could launch the iMac Pro alongside them, but history suggests they will not. Apple prefers focus. During the M1 era, Apple delayed the redesigned iMac by 6 months, even though it was ready, just to give its own moment. The same strategy fits here. WWDC is also unlikely, as it will probably focus on Mac Studio and Mac Mini updates. Fall 2026, likely October, feels like the perfect window for a dedicated reveal and a clear message. The iMac Pro is back. Pricing remains the biggest question. The original iMac Pro launched at $4,999 in 2017. Inflation alone would justify a higher price today. But Apple may choose to keep that number, not because it is cheap, but because it is familiar. It sends a message. This is expensive, but fair for what it delivers. For professionals, value is not just about cost. It is about time saved, noise reduced, and simplicity gained. One machine that just works. So who is this for? It is for creators who want a clean desk, developers who want power without managing cooling systems, video editors who want silence under load, professionals who want a single purchase that lasts for years. It will not be perfect. It will be expensive. It will be heavy. It will not be for everyone. Some will still prefer modular desktops. Others will choose laptops. That is fine. What matters is that Apple is doing this again. It shows ambition. It shows confidence. And it shows a willingness to revive a machine that once defined professional computing and make it relevant again. If this leak becomes a real launch, the return of the iMac Pro will be one of Apple's most important moments in years. not because it is flashy, but because it is focused, powerful, and unapologetically professional. And with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.